The U.S. city of St. Louis has once again been engulfed in furious protests after the killing of another black teenager by a police officer.
Our streets! Our streets!
An off-duty police officer fired 17 shots at the young man after he reportedly ignored instructions to surrender. Though officials say the 18-year-old was the first to open fire at the officer, some locals argue the victim was holding nothing more than a sandwich. This latest incident comes 2 months after the killing of another black teen in the same area, which sparked waves of public anger. Let's get more perspective on this from anti-war activist Danielle Shaw, who joins us now, and welcome to the programme. Shootings like this seem to be becoming an alarming regularity. What is behind this deadly trend?
Yeah, this is an all too common occurrence. This is not just about the latest shooting of this 18-year-old. This is not just about Michael Brown. This is happening, this is not just about St. Louis, Missouri, or Ferguson. This is happening in Oakland. This is happening in my community, in the Bronx. This is all day, every day, relentless violence, relentless harassment, relentless humiliation of our communities, mostly black and brown people, poor white people as well. And it would almost seem unbelievable to an outsider the amount of harassment and violence that occurs. And it takes these nationally high-profile cases. It's sad that it takes these cases to get people talking about this issue, which is an everyday issue.
How similar is this incident to the shooting of teenager Michael Brown back in August, as we said 2 months ago?
Well, it's all too similar. We always see on the other side of the police bullets, these are young Latino and black males. If this was a white individual, they surely would have acted with an entire different protocol, with more restraint. We saw a case a few weeks back in San Diego of a white individual who actually had an armed weapon pointed at the police, and they acted with a completely different protocol, actually shooting that individual in his leg, allowing him to live. But we see when it's young black and Latino men, they're branded as criminals, as less than human and subhuman, and they're blown away. In some cases with 17 bullets. In the case of Sean Bell in Queens, New York, it was with 50 bullets. In the case of another brother in the Bronx, it was 41 bullets by the name of Amadou Diallo. So their only crime was being African American in a system that continues to be segregationist, that continues to be racist, that continues to be white supremacist.
Just finally, Michael Brown's killing sparked weeks of protest. Do you think we're going to see the same now once again?
No question. The Answer Coalition and the Party for Socialism and Liberation and countless groups throughout Brooklyn, in the Bronx, and Harlem, we already had a caravan on the way down to Ferguson without even hearing about this latest incident within the last 24 hours. So this can only add to the caravan, add to the momentum. It's sad that it takes another young life to call attention to what is a national epidemic of police violence. Just in New York City, there's been over 180 of our people cut down by NYPD bullets in the past 10 years. And when have you ever seen an officer go to jail for those crimes against our people? So the names Ramarley Graham and the names of Reynaldo Cuevas and Anthony Baez and so many others, we don't want those names to be in vain, those lives to be in vain. We want justice. This is a lot deeper than one individual racist police officer. These are systematic practices that go deep into the American psyche, the training of these police departments.
Okay.
So we understand that this is a long, protracted struggle. This is not... Thank you.
Danielle Shaw from the Answer Coalition. We're running a little tight on time, but thank you for joining us this hour.